I believe our details will be taken tomorrow to see this Parikrama project. It is not a photoshopped image. It is a real photograph. Somebody who has seen this temple maybe last year or a couple of years ago will not believe the transformation that has happened in this area. And this is something that we believe is going to give a huge boost to spiritual tourism as well as be ready. Only electricity infrastructure is remaining. And one Hayat project is coming. And an international airport is coming at Puri. So with these structures, we believe that this particular project and its purpose will reach its logical conclusion. Odisha is home to 64 tribes and 25% of the population is tribal population in Odisha. And this is something that is exclusive, is different from the tribes of Northeast. The tribes of Central India, in a very small geographical area, we find a very good concentration. Odisha is home to wildlife. Odisha is an ideal place for bird watching. Recently, we concluded Chilka Bird Festival. It's a national festival, a national level festival. We concluded its 4th edition just last week. Chilka, the largest brackish water lake in Asia, it boasts of more than 300 bird species which migrate from all over the world. Close to 1.2 million birds, they travel to Chilka every year. Apart from Chilka, we have Satkoshia, we have Bhitarkanika, which are homes to wildlife as well as birding. And with the help of tour operators and hospitality sector, we aim to build this vertical of tourism in Odisha. Combining these three aspects, infrastructure, attracting investors, and promotion, we launched this ambitious flagship product of Eco Retreat. Eco Retreat, it fulfills all the three mandates that the government has given us. Creating infrastructure, giving immersive experience to the tourists, and this is the promotional event, promotional package. Because we believe that in order to encourage the investors, we need to demonstrate, yes, tourists can come. We needed to break the stereotypes first. We needed more night stays in places like Konark. Now all these 7 places where this has started, these are less explored places, not very well known places, but extremely scenic, unique in their own nature. Konark, Daringbadi, hardly 5 hours from Bhubaneswar. Hirakud boasts the longest dam in Asia. Putsil is hilly area. Sonapur, Satkoshia and Bhitarkanika. So we have selected 3 beach sites, 2 hill sites and 2 river sites. And some of our fam trips will be going around these properties. Odisha has one of the best road networks in the country. To this end, we have offered a lot of itineraries. We have a club of superbikers in Odisha, more than 600 superbikes. They are in Odisha. So to that end, every year we organize a rally and we encourage travelers to go by road, explore Odisha. And this product was launched during the COVID times when people were not very keen on going out. So we have got a very good response to this end. As I have mentioned, this EcoTour nature camps, this map shows a glimpse of how EcoTour nature camps have been populated across the state. The state is full of wonders of forests. And the government is now considering seriously various verticals which are not so conventional, like cuisine promotion, luxury houseboats, cruise boats, caravan tourism, beach shacks, promenades, sports tourism, boat clubs. Some of these products have already happened, already occurred. Tomorrow we will be having industry roundtable and we would like to hear more from the industry leaders. What more can be done? What should be done? What the government needs to do? We want to hear from them. We want to learn from them. And we will make amends to the Odisha tourism policy, taking their views. Tourism trends in Odisha, you can see there was a low in COVID times. Now we are bouncing back. So these are some of the statistics. And for our own benefit, we have attempted to chart out which are the states which are contributing more to the state in terms of tourists coming in. And we want to focus on such states and such countries which we would like them to showcase our state and encourage them to visit our state. These are some of the SOPs that the state government gives under Odisha tourism policy. We provide land at industrial rates. We provide 30% of capital investment subsidy in addition to interest subsidy. We give 100% exemption in stamp duty on purchase of land, 100% reimbursement of land conversion charges, exemption from electricity duty, reimbursement of 75% to male worker and 100% in case of female workers of employers ESI EPF contribution for 5 years. These are some of the shops, and these are some important brands that have come to Odisha, coming to Odisha, and have shown intent to come to Odisha. More than 7,000 crore rupees of investment of approved projects, investments have been approved by the government. The identified tourism land bank is more than 5,000 acres, and it is spread across. We have chalked in 5 packages. Prime packages like Bhitarkanika, Chilka Lake, Satpada, Puri Konark, Talsari, Chandipur, Hirakud. Then Langudi, Lalitgiri, Udaygiri, I mentioned about these Buddhist projects, Buddhist sites. Debrigad, Daringbadi, Sunabeda, and Gopalpur, Tampara. Gopalpur, it is emerging as a very hot destination for MICE tourism in recent times. And keeping in tune with the recent times, we have a very strong and attractive presence on the internet. We are attempting a very strong presence in the media also to this end. So the whole purpose of showing this presentation to you all is only to sum up in one line, to show the intent and sincerity of the government to you all. I thank you all for coming a long way to witness this Odisha Travel Bazaar. I wish you all a very happy, pleasant stay, very pleasurable memories you carry home with you. Spread good words about Odisha. Take Odisha to the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful presentation. And I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, you now understand why Odisha is referred to as India's best kept secret. Well, if you actually witness the journey of Odisha, it has been a story of transformation and a very inspiring one, we would say. I think Sachin sir just covered how once we are known only for poverty or malnutrition, but there's so much more that Odisha has to offer today. And one of the major transformations that has taken place in this department of tourism, something which the chairman of Odisha Tourism Development Corporation, Shri Lenin Mahanti, always has stressed on. OTDC, as we call it, itself works on the 5T principle to elevate the experiences of tourists. So it will be my pleasure to get some valuable insights from Shri Mohanty on this occasion. A big round of applause as I welcome him.
Namaskar, Jai Jagannath. It would be my privilege if I chant Jai Jagannath and you two join me and we will all chant Jai Jagannath at the same time, lifting our hands. Jai Jagannath! Jai Jagannath! Thank you. Thank you so much. Esteemed dignitaries on the dais, esteemed Director, Odisha Tourism, and I believe after his deliberation, not much is left for me to speak. He is so exhaustive while explaining things, it gets difficult if you are the next speaker immediately after Director Tourism. A huge round of applause for his dynamic speech. My elder brother, Chairman of Swasti Group of Hotels, Co-Chairman of FICCI National Tourism Committee, Sri J.K. Mahanti, Dr. J.K. Mahanti. A huge round of applause for Mr. J.K. Mahanti. A huge round of applause for Senior Advisor FICCI, Sri Manav Majumdar Sir. And a huge round of applause for all the erudite scholars, leaders in tourism industry who are sitting right in front of me, I would like to welcome you all to Odisha with a huge round of applause. We are sitting nearby a 13th century temple at the lap of sun god. We are able to hear the mighty sea all along the function as much time we are able to sit here. As I look straight, I find Lord Jagannath waiting for all of you so that you visit and take his blessings tomorrow morning. Odisha has many things to offer. Many things to offer. I know for certain friends that you are the change makers, leaders of hospitality sector who have been successfully able to bring about a change across the country. With folded hands, on behalf of Government of Odisha, on behalf of Department of Tourism, on behalf of OTDC, I can only pray before you, sir, it is now the time of Odisha. It is now your turn to promote our state, Odisha. While I request you to promote our state with head held high, I can only tell Odisha's time has begun. Under the dynamic leadership of Sri Naveen Patnaik, we always say that here is a time when we have a leadership which signifies continuity. People have blessed us for the last 25 years. They would bless us for few decades more. The reason is very simple. We are transparent. We believe in the principle of 5T. We deliver as we promise. And as Director Sir told, we don't talk much. Our works speak. While we decided that the travel bazaar will be conducted in the eco-retreat of Konark, we had only one small interest. Esteemed dignitaries, we wanted to share with you the best so that we can expect the best. 2 decades back, nobody ever imagined that Odisha will be occupying a space in the nation the way we are occupying today. The economic condition is fine. We have a strong leadership. We are excellent in many crisis situations. Post-COVID, we are having this meet. But if you try to recollect the COVID days, a small state like Odisha performed as the best state in the country, and a huge round of applause for Odisha itself. A policy has been framed, the tourism policy of the state, which would facilitate investors and which is found in no other state. You have promoted UP, you have promoted Haryana, you have promoted other states, but now we would request you to promote Odisha. The reason being, we have always told Odisha, the best kept secret. But slowly, you take some time, go to any part of the state, north, south, east, west, you have many things that tourists would love to see. The only problem is that we arrived at this point a bit late. But a time has come when we are prepared, when we have everything that a person wants, when the concept is changing. We have pilgrim tourism here right in front of us, like a temple of Lord Jagannath. A few weeks back, the Parikrama Prakalpa was opened. A thing which was conceptualized for the first time in the last 500 years. As Director Sir told, you would have the lovely experience of taking a walk around the Parikrama Prakalpa tomorrow, and tomorrow evening we will share what feel you would have. As you go to Raghurajpur, as you go to Lord Lingaraj's place at Bhubaneswar, as you go to any tribal spot, you would certainly feel that here is a place where the tourists would get their due. I am extremely happy, and I would be thankful to the Eco Retreat team for having organized this function in such a wonderful way. I would expect all of you to deliberate and find ways for us, because we need your help. We need everyone's help who are sitting here in this august premise, because Odisha is ready to take your help. You are leaders in a segment. We were quiet till now, but now, as Director Sir told, the tourism department is ready to back you up. As you set your industries, as you carry on your business, a business which would be two-way, where you would have your say and we would have our say, a business where there would be less interference by the government, a business where you would be doing in a place where people are helpful, a business where people are more religious and people feel that if you come, you would be helping them, and a business which would take Odisha right to the top. We have had enough of discussion. I would again welcome you all to this wonderful state of Odisha, a beautiful part of our country, India. I would welcome you all again and expect a healthy discussion in these 3 days. And again pray before you, because you are the leaders of the industry, to come forward and do something which would change the entire paradigm. There would be a paradigm shift. Brothers and sisters, I can only say that Odisha, under the dynamic leadership of Sri Naveen Patnaik, believing in the principle of 5T, we have transformations in many sectors. And the leader of all this transformation is the tourism sector or the tourism department. We are happy to have you here in Odisha. We would be doing our best to see that you are happy and do something for Odisha. Thank you so much. Namaskar, Bande Utkal Janani, and expect a healthy discussion for 2 continuous days. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir, for that very inspiring address. And I guess, ladies and gentlemen, you have been hearing how all our eminent dignitaries have been stressing on the fact that how Odisha has made a remarkable turnaround over the years. And that has been possible, like again, what all our eminent dignitaries have been saying, because of the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Naveen Patnaik, who can be called synonymous with good governance and visionary leadership. Although he could not attend the inaugural ceremony today because of his hectic schedule, he has sent a lovely inaugural video message for all of you here. So yes, let's take a look at the video message now.
Joy Jagannath, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Samastanku Namaskar. I welcome all of you to the 5th edition of Odisha Travel Bazaar, a flagship event of Odisha tourism. I understand that a large number of foreign and domestic tour operators are in attendance for this event. Odisha has taken focused strides to develop and introduce several niche tourism experiences. Odisha is offering tourism products that match global standards. We are also encouraging investment and enterprise in niche segments such as glamping, water-based adventure, camping and caravan tourism, heritage palace homestays, and many more. Under the 5T initiative, we are transforming our spiritual and heritage sites to provide a unique divine experience to devotees and visitors. Towards the cause of inbound tourism, my government has initiated direct flight connectivity from Bhubaneswar to global travel hubs such as Dubai, Singapore, and Bangkok. I'm sure Odisha Travel Bazaar will take the efforts of the government in this direction ahead and provide great business opportunities to all stakeholders in the tourism sector. With these words, I once again welcome you all to become our partners in exploring Odisha, India's best kept secret. Bande Utkal Janani.
Thank you so much, sir, for that very positive and inspiring address. And yes, we would definitely request all of you to become partners and explore India's best kept secret. May I now request Shri Saroj Pradhan, Assistant Director, Tourism Department, Government of Odisha, to come here on stage and felicitate all our esteemed dignitaries on dais by presenting them with an uttariya. That's a traditional way how we felicitate our guests here. Thank you so much. May I now request Shri Mitrabhanu Chaudhary, partner EY, to present the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Diksha. Before I formally propose a vote of thanks, I hope everybody enjoyed the unconferencing setup here. I think this is one of the best that we wanted to showcase to you as an experience, as an ambience, and I hope you liked it. And I hope you take back good memories of this when you go back. On behalf of the organizing committee of the 5th Odisha Travel Bazaar, I'd like to express a sincere thanks and gratitude to Honorable Chief Minister for addressing and inaugurating the Travel Bazaar. I extend my thanks to Chairman OTDC, Sri Lenin Mahantiji, Director Tourism, Sri Sachin Ramchandra Jadhav, IAS, Sri Mana Majumdar, FICCI, and our own JK Mahanti sir, Co-Chairman, FICCI National Tourism Committee and Co-Chair for Odisha. I'd like to sincerely thank all our esteemed industrialists who have taken time out of their schedule to come and join us in this OTB. Special word of thanks for all our domestic tour operators who have come and participated in the OTB. To all our stakeholders who are participating, thank you so much. And before I close, thanks to Diksha as well. She took time out of her birthday to come and help us conduct this ceremony. A round of applause for her. And last but not the least, sincere thanks to the entire Eco Retreat team which helped set up this awesome setup. I think a round of applause for them. And last but not the least, I think you go back, keep these memories, but I hope you come back with your clients, with your family, with your friends, and help us keep exploring India's best kept secret. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much. And yes, we definitely hope that you're coming back with your friends, with your family, and keep visiting Odisha and exploring India's best kept secret. Well, with that brings us to the end of the inaugural session. So we would like to thank our esteemed dignitaries for gracing the inaugural ceremony. And we'll quickly set the stage for the next segment, which is a panel discussion on unlocking Odisha's tourist potential. But before that, a big round of applause for all our esteemed dignitaries for gracing the inaugural ceremony. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'd just like to inform that we'll now make this platform interactive because we have an eminent panel of government and industry representatives to discuss on unlocking Odisha's tourism potential. Thank you so much. So, as we take some time to set the stage for the panel discussion, I would also like to inform, because so that we are utilizing the time, to mention about all the esteemed dignitaries who are going to be on the panel. We will invite them, of course, a little later onto the stage when the stage is set. But on stage today will be, of course, Sri Sachin Ramchandra Jadhav, Director, Department of Tourism, Government of Odisha. We'll also have Dr. J.K. Mahanti, Co-Chairman, FICCI National Tourism Committee, CMD Swasti Group. We'll have with us Shri Saubhagya Mahapatra, Managing Director, India, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka Operations, Atmosphere Hotels and Resort. We'll have Shri Vishal Kamath, Executive Director, Kamath Hotels, Shri Manoj Kumar Gowda, President and Director, Mayfair Hotels and Resort. We'll have with us Shri Amresh Tiwari, Vice Chairman, Indian Convention Promotion Bureau and MD, AT Season and Vacation Travel Private Limited. We'll have with us Shri Gagan Sarangi, Chairman, ITO Odisha Chapter. And we'll have with us Ms. Mrunalika Bhanjdio, Director, Belgaria Palace. So as you can see, a very, very interactive, interesting panel that we are going to have now. But before that, as like I said, we set the stage ready. I would like to take this opportunity to briefly inform all of you about them, while we set the stage. We've already been, hearing from Sachin sir and of course Dr. J.K. Mahanti. But we have with us, like I said, Shri Saubhagya Mahapatra, a hospitality and tourism industry professional for over 28 years, with an exceptional and consistent record of success in developing and management of luxury hotels, launching of properties. Started his career from the Oberoi Group, spent most of his career during his tenure with Mayfair Hotels and Resorts, during which, from a hotel manager to the executive director of the company, he witnessed Mayfair Group growing from 2 hotels to 12 world-class properties. Having moved ahead in his career, he now is associated with Atmosphere Hotel and Resorts as the Managing Director for India, Nepal, Bhutan and Sri Lanka. Atmosphere Hotel and Resort proudly manages 5 world-class luxurious properties in the Maldives located at various islands. And Mr. Mahapatra's objective currently is to expand the footprints of Atmosphere Group in Asia Pacific region, particularly in India. We have with us Mr. Vishal Kamath, the Executive Director of Kamath Hotels India Limited. Of course, we all know a very leading player in India's hospitality and food service industry. Holds over 15 years of experience in the hospitality sector. Under his leadership, Kamath Group of Hotels has established the Orchid, Asia's first 5-star eco-hotel hotel, Fort Jadavgarh, Maharashtra's only Fort Heritage Hotel, Lotus Eco Beach Resorts in Odisha. It's in fact very close to this location. I'm sure a lot of you can pay a visit there as well and have some awesome, if you're fond of seafood, have some awesome seafood there as well. And of course, the recently launched ERA by Orchid Hotels. He is known for his innovative approach to planning and implementation, actively promoting tourism in various regions through collaboration with state tourism boards. He is also the recipient of several awards and recognition, including the Young Achiever 2013 award from the Maharashtra Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We have with us Mr. Manoj Gowda, President and whole-time Director, Mayfair Hotels and Resort, which has actually redefined luxury in Eastern India. A CA by profession, he has over 25 years of experience, has served Mayfair Group over the last 22 years in various leadership positions. Mayfair is the only hospitality group from our state whose seeds were sown in Odisha, but this homegrown brand has gone beyond the borders of its state to have its presence today in 8 states with 19 hotels. So that's Mayfair for you. We have with us Shri Amresh Tiwari, Vice Chairman, Indian Convention Promotion Bureau and MD, AT Season and Vacation Travel Private Limited, a tourism expert with about 30 years of rich experience in this field. He has traveled extensively across the continent and specialization in execution of MICE and inbound tours. Being an integral part of ITO, SITE and ICPB, he has also contributed a lot for the association growth. He is one of the first few who started volunteer tourism in remote areas and started rural tourism, thus contributing to the development of sustainable tourism. Through his second venture, Chrysalid Outdoors, he has set up camping sites across India as well, thus generating job opportunities in rural India. We also have with us Mr. Gagan Sarangi, Chairman at Odisha Chapter, a tourism planner, entrepreneur, someone very keen on social work as well. He's also the founder and director at Dove Tours Private Limited, which has been recognized by the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. That has also earned the reputation as one of the best tribal tour operators of India, has been recommended by some of the best known international adventure travel guidebooks. And we have with us the lovely Ms. Mrunalika Bhanjdio, director of the 200-year-old Belgaria Palace in Mayurbhanj, has been working to build sustainable tourism with social impact at its core to the tribal-dominated region, along with her sister Akshita. a national level sports person. She is also a successful yoga practitioner and facilitates wellness retreats in India as well as abroad. Has been featured in numerous publications such as Insider, Honest Traveler, and India Today for their work in sustainability as well as arts and culture. The Belgaria Palace and Mayurbhanj, I'm sure a lot of you would know that, were also featured in Time magazine Greatest Places to Visit in 2023 and have won 2 Travel and Leisure Community Champion Awards. Recently, Mrinalika, in fact, also won the prestigious Devi Award by New Indian Express for the restoration of the Heritage Boutique Hotel. So that's the panel for you, ladies and gentlemen. Can we now please welcome all of them on stage with a huge round of applause? And I get the golden opportunity to moderate this session, so it'll be a pleasure to do that as well. Oh, in case you've forgotten, my name is Diksha Tiwari. Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is still on. The energy levels have to be still on. Can we hear a big round of applause as they all join us on stage? All right, once again, a very, very warm welcome to our panelists. It is in fact, I think Mitra Bhanu just mentioned, it's my birthday today and I get to celebrate it with such an esteemed panel. I think that's a great celebration for me. So thank you, all of you, for making my birthday so special. Well, we have, a cultural evening planned as well, so we'll keep it crisp and so that we can go on with the questions. So I'll straight away dive into the topic because we are talking here about unlocking Odisha's potential, and I would like to start with the Director of Tourism Department of Tourism Government of Odisha, Shri Sachin sir. So we are here at the platform of Odisha Travel Bazaar, and it's been already half a decade of organizing this wonderful event. So my first question obviously goes, how OTB has actually helped in unlocking Odisha's potential, and what's the roadmap ahead from here?
Diksha, very happy birthday to you, first of all, on behalf of all of us here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And what a better way to celebrate it.
Yeah, I totally understand
To
that.
celebrate Odisha.
Is there, yeah.
Am I audible? Is it
Can we have another, so you can take this.
I will use this. I believe it is audible now. So I believe my presence on this panel is a little unwarranted after having spoken for more than half an hour. But at the cost of reiteration, I will just say that OTB is a platform that brings together all the industry stakeholders from travel industry, from hospitality sector, the sellers from this state, buyers from outside this state, outside the country at one platform at such a location. So I believe we are maturing as a state which is promoting Odisha. We are learning on the way, and we have learnt a lot over last half decade, as you rightly observed. And I believe we have a very long way to go. So let us listen from the industry leaders on this dais. So I would prefer to give it a pass, if you allow.
Absolutely, sir. I guess, yes, you're right. We would love to hear from the industry leaders. And I'll start with the legendary Dr. J.K. Mohanty here first on that. So, like I said, everybody knows you have contributed to the sector. Your contribution to this sector is immense, spanning over, more than 3 decades now. And, today we are sitting by this Ramchandi beach at this wonderful property. And, maybe a decade back or 2 decades back, could you think of something like this? We are having, DTOs, FTOs are coming tomorrow here by the Ramchandi beach at this property. So if you have to look back at the journey of Odisha tourism over the years, what would be the biggest takeaway that you would think has happened over the years? And personally also, as well as an industry representative, how do you see this growth of Odisha, and where do you see we are going ahead from here?
Thank you, Diksha. And once again, many, many happy returns of the day.
Thank you, sir.
Well, after seeing the presentation of Mr. Sachin Yadav, our director, I was telling him he has spoken the history, geography, literature, everything about tourism. There's hardly anything left for us to say, but from the industry perspective, we are seeing a massive change in last 7-8 years. Earlier, as the director mentioned, 10 years back, the tourism department's budget was 65 crores. And today it is around more than 630 crores. And yet, the Chief Minister has said, if tourism requires more, he's generous towards tourism. This shows the mindset from the top level. And in the industry side, Director Tourism mentioned around 7,000 crores of investment in the tourism sector is being planned, has been planned, and private sector has been coming in a big way into the state. People are exploring eco-retreats, people are buying land in many places. The national hotel chains like Lemon Tree, ITC, Taj Selections, Taj Vivanta, most of the international hotel chains, I believe, have already applied to the tourism department for taking land and putting up. We never, being Odias, we never heard about the Belgadia Palace. Nobody gave so much importance. I think in last 3-4 years, these sisters have made Odisha proud. The eco-retreats is one segment that has been able to attract huge footfalls to the state. You see, after COVID, when people were locked up in the houses, it says they started the revenge tourism, but I would not say revenge tourism. I think tourism, the Odisha's time has started. The government is very positive. Anybody putting up hotels, there's a 30% state capital investment subsidy, which is coming in from that. And you know, that attracts a lot of entrepreneurs to come to this state. They can apply for land, and tourism department pilots each and every projects to come through. I have, being an entrepreneur in the hotel industry since last 40 years, we have put up projects and we have received assistance whenever we required from the tourism department. I think the time for Odisha has begun. We have not touched even 10% of our potential. We will do very well, and in Eastern India, I can sense, I can feel that we would be one of the leading states in tourism in next 2 to 3 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. In fact, very well said, sir. I think the time for Odisha has come, and I want, like everybody in the inaugural ceremony has said, we want all of you to promote Odisha now. It's important for us because you are witnessing the transformation that Odisha has undertaken over the years. My next question would be, you know, I think Shri Saubhagya Mahapatra is sitting right next. And, you know, sir, Shri J.K. Mohanty, sir, I think very beautifully explained what is working for the state, starting from the level of, you know, the top level, the governance, our Honorable CM's vision, the tourism department, which has been so proactive in, you know, promoting tourism. But if we talk about you, you know, you've had the exposure of working in Odisha as well as, you know, now outside of India as well. So how do you see more international tourists now that we have direct flights? I think that's also been mentioned to Dubai. I think our Honorable CM also spoke about it, to Singapore, to Bangkok. How do you see more international tourist footfall coming into Odisha?
As director I already mentioned about in this speech about all past, present and future of the tourism. So it is very interesting to listen all these things. I have only a few points to mention about the, yes, we require to be international people to move to Odisha, come to Odisha, so inbound tourism to be happen, then, you know, we'll get a different milestone altogether. I have 2 points to mention here. One is marketing, marketing, marketing. And number two is storytelling. These two things required now in Odisha. Odisha, I always call it as a mini India in tourism. So I am almost in this industry for 32 years. Out of 32 years, I must have spent 27 years in this Odisha. I am born and brought up from Odisha. I am moving around now almost 7 to 8 countries and 20 states. Believe me, everything is there in the Odisha. And few things has to be taken care of. That is marketing. We are discussing, we are talking, we are everything, but requires, we are starting the flights from Dubai, Singapore, Bangkok. We require constant marketing there. Then you will get the people from their side. The storytelling, who is going to make the storytelling? You all are, who have come here to visit Odisha. We must convince the people about the storytelling. You know, the tourism altogether is a storytelling. Maybe reality is there, but we are seeing half the reality. We are always called it the best kept secret, but there is a lot of story behind that best kept secret. See, I have another few points to mention here. One is, we are now sitting in a buffet of tourism. Now we have to select segment of tourism, which is very, very important. Odisha is doing extremely good in MICE and sports, and definitely we must concentrate on the marriage, wedding, which is very, very important for the next 10 years' time. And definitely spiritual is always ahead. When I started my career, until date, I am hearing about the spiritual tourism. And of course, this government has taken the spiritual tourism in different level. So we must marketing that one in out of India, wherever we are starting the flights or we are operating the flights, we must do that immediately. And I must tell you the infrastructure which is required of little bit of upgradation. Like we have a beautiful zoo. From last, I think so many years I'm mentioning that we required a night safari and proper night safari like Singapore model. Similar thing, I think we always call it as a Chilika, beautiful Chilika. If we can develop something, a big aquarium, Asia's biggest aquarium, next to the Chilika. People come to see the aquarium as well as the Chilika. You know, even if also people go, after 2-3 hours, they require to come back from the Chilika. What they will do? There has to be amenity centers required. So, again, you require to upgrade the amenity centers nearest to the all tourism destination. Even if also on the way to Bhubaneswar to Puri or Bhubaneswar to Konark, already amenity centers there, but we required upgrade. We required more number of amenity centers. And whenever you will come to the Konark, you will see before check-in to the Konark or after coming out with the Konark, you required a proper amenity center when the people will come and they must relax. And we should not call it as a tourism spot. Now there has to be experience. People are looking for the experience in the tourism spot. Like there will be culinary experience, there will be a proper guide who can explain, and there will be a lot of amusement to be there in the experience. You know, people are looking for a different experience. Like it is a botanical garden, there has to be a lot of different experiences to be there. Then people will be interested to come and see the place. Similar manner, as I said, you required aggressive marketing. Not only the marketing the product, we required to call upon good investors, like those who are outside of Odisha. We can present whatever things are there. Even if also we are focusing only few places of Odisha, we can take it forward and present them like. As I said, another point I want to mention here, Lakshadweep, where the way Government of India announced to focus on the destination development. Similar manner, I request Government of Odisha to develop like Koraput or the Bhitarkanika or the something like to develop for next 2 years time and to market it in front of the world market. So automatically people will come, people will invest, people will see the place, and the focus will be there. So it is my request. And again, two more things is one is the marketing, another is storytelling. These two things to be concentrated. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very valid points. In fact, at the end, we'll go back to Sachin sir to take his suggestion on whatever are coming from our industry leaders and his take, the government take on that. But moving on, I would like to ask Shri Manoj Goda, because we are talking about, I just spoke about the international, but even on the domestic front, I think, like I said, Mayfair is one brand. It's a homegrown brand that started from here. And it has, its presence today in 8 states. It's a matter of pride for us as well. So, you have your properties across different states of the country. So what are the takeaways or what are the points that, come to your mind when you look at the developments in the hospitality sector of those states compared to Odisha? And where do you think, what are your suggestions where you think maybe we can take some valuable insights from those states or the other way around? I mean, I would just like to know your opinion on that.
Thank you. Thank you very much for acknowledging our brand, a homegrown resort, which grown outside Odisha also. And this brand is evolved during last 4 decades. And we are operating in 8 states. I would like to give thanks to all the governments, state governments. They helped us in developing our resorts. Basically, we may not be in a best of the destinations of India, but we create a lot of destinations in Eastern India, definitely in a record time. For that, we got all support from all the governments, wherever we put a property over there. I will give a small example here. Recently, we got a plot of allotment at Jharsuguda. We developed that property little more than 1 year's time, and we host the Enterprise Odisha 24 there in Odisha, and everybody appreciate that property. So quickly we can develop a property over there, and definitely I would like to give thanks to the government of Odisha for this purpose also. You see, our chairman, Mr. Dilip Rai, he is a creator. He is synonymous for the creating the best of the destinations. So that's the brand reflect today. As far as take our approach from all other states that we are operating, for me, I should not compare it, but I will put it in a different way. Rather, I will put in this way. Every state try to promote their state with a vision to make it is a most preferred destination for the tourist, for international and national domestic tourists. But I will put in this way, we the hoteliers should take this opportunity and build that confidence and trust from the government that they repose on us and compliment them. So this will be a win-win situation for both the hoteliers as well as the governments. All government are having a lot of good policies that the private sectors that has to take it seriously. I will give an few examples that happens with our group. we got an offer from the government of Chhattisgarh to develop a destination hotel at Chhattisgarh. That was a slip city. Nothing was there in the Naya Raipur area. But we will take that pride today. We make that place vibrant with a destination hotel. That is one of the finest hotel in the central India. In a record time, we developed that city. Now many players are coming there. If I will go to the West Bengal, we develop a tea resort in a 1,000-acre tea estate. We developed that tea estate in a 40-acre land. So government definitely helped us, but we make that property such a successful. Today that is not a hotel, that is a destination. So that developed that particular, if I'll go to Sikkim, when we got that property, both ruling party and opposition party, they come together, give a hotel at the outskirts of the Gangtok, and with that, we developed that property, which was the first 5-star deluxe property in the northeast. and the casino, first onshore casino. So with this development, now this is a vibrant place, and all other places are coming near to our place. So that all how the private players are taking it to it. Comparing the policy and procedure will not be very, because all states are having the same kind of policies, procedures, with a aim or objective to develop the best of the tourist destination for the state. But it all about the implementation and how the potential can be utilized by the private players, the hoteliers. That we are the hoteliers. We have to develop the infrastructure for the tourism development. Because as doctors have rightly said, they can give the vision, they can support us. But we are the hotelier, we have to take the challenge, we have to build up the infrastructure for the tourism development. Then only the overall social development can be made, and that can be beneficial to everyone. I will not go for comparing various policies, but I will talk about the Odisha policies. I think the Odisha Tourism Policy 2022 is the latest one in the country. To my knowledge, I was going through various tourism policies that were operated. This is the one of the finest policies. A great presentation has been given by the sir. I need not to mention much about it, but I will just touch upon few points, like the incentive policies that gives the Odisha government offers for the attracting investment in Odisha. I think that is one of the best. Nobody gives this kind of incentives. And the promotion and the road shows that the department is taking care, that is definitely very encouraging and remarkable. And the ease of doing business through the facilities and the constant supervision from the department. So ease of doing hotel business in Odisha is definitely improving day by day. And if somebody is coming to Odisha, that is reflecting, more brands are now coming to Odisha. So definitely this is the result of the ease of doing business that government of Odisha is taking initiatives. They are supporting the industry, because this is a very promising priority sector which contribute to the GDP of the most of the states. So everybody is, as you rightly mentioned, without this industry, no other industry can grow. Travel, accommodation, tourism, everything is involved into these industries. So definitely, not only Odisha, all the states are looking forward for this industry. This is the right time, we, the hoteliers, to take challenge, develop it, complement each other, and take advantage of it. Thank
Right,
you.
that's a wonderful thought. And in fact, he's spoken about, the tourism policy, incentive policy, everything. But, I'll come here to the panelists sitting right next to me, because he spoke about the latest policy, the tourism policy. But Kamath Group, one of, as we all know, one of the legendary names in the hospitality sector, invested in the state, I think, more than 15 years back. Today, Odisha is being called the top investment destination, but that was the time when Kamath Group came into Odisha, about more than 15 years back. So what was the thought how did you recognize the potential of Odisha, and how has been the journey of Kamath Group? Because I'm sure that should inspire others to also invest in our state. So how has been the journey of Kamath Group in Odisha, Vishal?
Namaskar. Sitting next to the birthday girl, I'll get the first slice. So I'm very happy about that. But it's a very good question which she's asked, because first and foremostly, why are we here? हम लोग तो हमारे खुद के स्वार्थ के लिए आए हैं. या तो हम होटल बेचने, या तो हम टूर ऑपरेटर कोई धंधा लाने के लिए, या इस जगह का कुछ लुफ्त लेने के लिए. So ultimately we are here for some selfish need. In 2007, I have walked these sands with my father, who had come before me, and said, Vishal, I will take you to Odisha. And other than in the textbook, I had never really thought I'd ever reach this place, because that's all I had. And the first thing that when my father said, oh, we are going to go to Odisha, I knew only one thing, that I wanted to see at that time the Sun Temple, because every single child learns about the Sun Temple. And that's how basically when I came here, I walked these sands, and while coming here, it took us almost 3 hours. It was a very small road, and there used to be one system where they used to pull one danda down, and you have to pay that guy 10 rupees if you are an outsider. And all these various challenges were there. As very rightly put by Sachin Jadavji, It's an absolute nostalgic privilege to sit here today and to see what that phenomenal journey of where Odisha was to now has been. And that's why I think, sir, we need to change our line. This is not India's best kept secret anymore. This is India's best kept. I think the word secret is now redundant because law and order is very important for a family to feel safe. Going out at night is not a privilege, it's a right. And whenever any destination has made sure that if the overall atmosphere is conducive, economy will thrive. So in our selfish interest, today you have come at the right time. The main reason being because already Bharat देखो हो गया है, वही जयपुर, वही उदयपुर, वही जगह जा जाके लोग थक चुके हैं. And let me tell you, there are three parts to any tourist. First is your international. That is a different thinking, a different mindset. He wants to see the entire fruit basket. Then there is your domestic tourist, who's like within that fruit basket, nahi, मैं grape खाऊंगा, मैं केला खाऊंगा. So he picks and chooses. Oh, I'd like to go and see Statue of Unity. Oh, I want to go to see Ayodhya. Oh, Jagannath Puri ji, मेरे को जाना है. ऐसा करके he picks and chooses. And the third one is basically your local tourist. Your within the Saturday, Sunday, कौन भरता है? Apart from your international and national, which is your domestic, there is your hyper local or there is your state tourist. These all three people have different needs and different aspirations. Like rightly said by Mohanty sir, I'll tell you another big change. Okay, I've been on various panels of Odisha government and I've been on various other committees or other, I would say, programs like this. But I'm so happy that on left and right we are flanked by women. Diksha to fir bhi regularly hum milte rehte on such programs. But to have a young entrepreneur shows the positive climate that is changing in Odisha. A woman entrepreneur doing this kind of risk, it's amazing. So this kind of change has happened because of a conducive, holistic environment. Infrastructure, law and order, incentives are the last thing. That is the cherry on the top. If you have come here for incentive, please go home. You will fail. Incentive is always the cherry. पहला आइसक्रीम का तो मजा लो. फिर उसके ऊपर अगर आपको चेरी मिला तो उसमें सुकून है, नहीं मिला तो भी आइसक्रीम तो खाया. That is how you have to have the thinking. So we never must do business on incentive. Do it because you've fallen in love with the place. Do it because you've seen something interesting. Do it because इसमें आपका selfish स्वार्थ है. Most of the people I've sent over here, मेरा selfish स्वार्थ क्या है कि I have taken them to something they never expected. They are rich people, they are who's who, but they're like, अरे यार ये देखा नहीं था. So there has to be something other than money, which is my swarth, was that showing my friends, my family, something they never expected. They never thought कि Odisha में ऐसा मिलेगा. And this is one big change again after Corona, and I'll end it with that, madam. After Corona, one major change which I must compliment all my Odia brothers and sister hoteliers and tour operators, they have become qualitative. I'm sorry, before Corona, we were all qualitative people. What has happened now? Forget these brands. This brand is all rubbish. Who brought the brands? The brands have been brought by local Odias who are desiring qualitative hospitality, qualitative business. And then a brand says, oh, he's willing to invest in quality, Taj Hotel will come, Orchid Hotel will come, somebody will come. Because you all have become qualitative in your mind, and because of that, you're getting qualitative tourists who are willing to spend and stay for 2 nights, 3 nights, not the one-nighter. You know, I saw that chart which sir showed. If I all paid attention, unfortunately, there was a very big long line in front of West Bengal. I want to see all the states equal, not one big line of West Bengal and rest all having some kind of competition. No, a balanced diet is important. आप सिर्फ मनसा खाएंगे आपको गाउट हो जाएगा. आपको राइस दाल संतुला सब खा के उसके साथ एक बैलेंस्ड डाइट चाहिए. Same way tourism has to be a balanced approach. So please see your selfish interest and make sure that you take that selfish interest back and we both prosper in that interest together. Thank you.
Lovely, Vishal. In fact, I'm so happy. In fact, I'm sure Odisha is so happy that you saw a selfish interest in Odisha. This was truly really, really nice. But in fact, is baat pe, because he spoke about balanced approach, मैं Amresh ji se I would like to ask my next question. In fact, I was wanting to first ask about, MICE events and everything, but I'm going to ask something which is relevant to what Vishal said, कि वही जयपुर, वही उदयपुर, balanced approach चाहिए, West Bengal के सामने line नहीं चाहिए, सब जगह होना चाहिए. I was going through your website while, just doing a bit of research, 80 seasons in vacation, I was going through the website and I saw ki Eastern India ke jo packages, when we were looking at the packages of Eastern India, the only package that I saw from Odisha was the tribal tour package. So this is important. Now we would like to know why just the tribal tour package and why, because I'm sure after this visit to Odisha, you know, it must have been, I'm hoping must have been an eye-opener. Can we see more than tribal tour packages from your company now?
First up, let me compliment Sachinji and the entire team of FICCI and everyone for organizing such a wonderful event at such a wonderful place. I remember when we were doing the G20, first event we did at the Run Up Kutch, and then the Siliguri, I was personally in the Mayfair and the Taj, the Kutir, and where we had amazing experience. So tourism is basically, is all about creating experience. Every day, millions of agents all over the world sell the Taj Mahal or the Jaipur, as Mr. Kamath said. But Taj Mahal is still there. Nobody has taken the Taj Mahal. We don't sell the Taj Mahal. We don't sell the Jaipur. We sell the experience to see that. We don't sell the product. We sell the experience. So I think that need to be created. But having said that, let me first begin with the MICE, which is my portfolio as India Convention Promotion Bureau. Tourism is having two parts, a leisure travel and the business travel. So this is the fifth, as Sachinji rightly says, fifth edition of the leisure travel. I had never seen the business travel events. So when you talk about the leisure and MICE, so MICE contribute 3.5 times higher than the leisure market in terms of destination. So every $100 you spend on the MICE, the direct impact on the local community in the GDP is $160. That is a global proven fact. You know, the research says, the ECA studies say this is the fact. In fact, 193 national associations are based in Odisha, sir. But I think these are the very low-hanging fruits which I am giving you the hints. And if we talk about internationally, 1,109 international conferences has not come to India in last 15 years. That's another low-hanging fruits. But the focus on MICE is very less. Tourism is not on the concurrent list of India. It's a state subject. So if you see the pattern, like as a National Convention Bureau, you see be it Delhi, or the Hyderabad, or the Cochin, or the Mumbai, or the Gujarat. Just 2 months back, we did an event in Gujarat, a big event on the Convention India Conclave. So all those states who focus on the MICE, they grow because MICE is not just a tourism, it's an infrastructure industry. When a convention center come, the whole ecosystem get changed. The hotel start coming, your souvenir, the handicrafts, your airports, your transportation, everything, whole dynamics get changed. And I think that state need to change those mindset. I very clearly remember my dear friend and brother Mohanty ji is here. He did an initiative in couple of years, 4-5 years back, Mohanty ji. He said, I will host and let's do a MICE event. And we call around 25-30 top MICE buyers and we take into the beautiful Chilka and the Bhubaneswar and Konark and Puri. And when we were doing the research, around 87% come back with the business to the Odisha. So that's the power of MICE. It's contribute to the GDP. So I request, because from your hometown, sir, there is another Sachin, that is Tendulkar, and you need to do the same for the Bhubaneswar. So for the MICE. And regarding you asked me my personal question, why the tribal tourism? A state which is having 65, as sir says, the tribal, the community. A state which is having the 25% population of the entire state. Do you want me to do the injustice to them, Diksha?
Absolutely not. But we want more than that.
Yes. So every single, if you're talking about as an inbound player to me, so believe me, it's just not an itinerary or a page. One single itinerary cost me in the 3 years' time 25 lakh to 30 lakh rupees. It's just not printing the itinerary. I take the itinerary not only just a plain design, sending the team to understand the product. It goes to the ITB Berlin, it goes to the WTM, it goes to the WTM South Africa, it goes to the South America market, this market, all the market, my marketing team, my rep, international rep, they all have to market it. It's simply not just putting, I can put 10 itinerary in a 1 hour time. But I need to do the justice to those programs. I need to spend the money on those programs. So definitely when we'll get those confidence, and I'm sure because this kind of place, and I was talking to him already, we are going to put definitely this thing, I'm sure, and this is the wonderful property when I landed here 3 p.m. So I was just, wow, why I came on my suit attire, why I'm not in my, chandel. I was talking to my wife and she said, this is the best place, why should not be here? Such a close, I think in very few places I can understand in Santorini and the Mykonos, I can be so close to the sea, otherwise it's not possible in India. Most of the property need to be 100 meters away. Here we are listening this sound, the music. I don't think nature, what we given to the Odisha, we are doing any justification to them, and we need to do it. But I think as Odisha state tourism policy is, so I'll request Sachinji to have the Odisha MICE policy as well. Let's create something together. I think tomorrow we are going to discuss lots of things, and we'll definitely come back with more and more better promotion for the Odisha. Thanks to the FICCI, which are organizing. This is a MICE event actually. This is a MICE event, and that's going to change the dynamics, because all those who are coming, they come as a buyer or a seller. When they go back, they will be your brand ambassador. They are talking about you, and that is what the power of this kind of event or the MICE. And Diksha, I promise you, I'll promote more and more.
Wonderful.
Here.
That's all we wanted. Thank you so much. We'll, of course, at the end, we have a time constraint, so we'll just quickly listen to all our industry representatives, and we'll come back to Sachin sir on all of this. But we'll move to Shri Gagan Sarangi, and we would like to ask him, because, you represent the Odisha chapter of ITO, and on behalf of all the, the sellers here from Odisha, what is that one message, because we're talking about unlocking Odisha's tourism potential, what is that one message that you would like to give all the buyers here?
Hello. Thank you very much for asking me this question. And I think as a tour operator, and my message to all the tour operator, my colleagues, travel agents coming from different part of the country, like India is so unique, that we know. But my state, just like we already have discussed a lot of things, it is full of, secrets. But I do not want this state to be in a state of secrecy. Because I want all these, the mysteries that you think it is a mystery, it is not a mystery anymore. You are a part of this event. And thank you, the organizer, especially the thanks, FICCI, for organizing such a wonderful event here consecutively for the 5th year. And this has given a lot of boost, the tourism boost, I would say. And I've been working in the field of tourism, especially in the inbound tourism, for so long. And even my senior, those who were working that time, we had very limited option that time. And we used to sell Odisha just with a concept of, TTT, tribe, tiger, or maybe temple. But that concept has undergone a big change. Now we have so much opportunities coming up. Thanks to Department of Tourism, Government of Odisha, in the last 5 or 6 years, I see tremendous changes happening. The development is happening in every sector. And now we are talking about wedding, we are talking about MICE tourism, and we are talking about cultural tourism. We did not have any kind of good hotels. Now so many good hotels are coming up, 5-star hotel. Already we have so many, and so many other hotels are already lining up, they would be set up in the coming days. So the problem that I had faced during my time when I ventured into the field of tourism, I think it is no more. So my sincere request to all my colleagues, travel agent, tour operator, you can promote state of Odisha, and tourism has so much thing to discover here. And today you are in the cultural belt, Konark, Puri and Bhubaneswar, but this is not enough. I think, we are now selling Odisha for 3 weeks. And I think only 3 weeks we are selling Odisha. Just like as an inbound operator, sometime, I project India for 3 weeks. But I'm talking about my company. I have been successful selling Odisha for 3 weeks. When I include, I no more talk about the tribal tourism. Even if I am in travel tour export, I call it the rural tourism. You know, there is so much thing. And once you savor the hospitality of the Oriya people, you know, you fall in love with Odisha. The people are so kind, so hospitable. And you should, you know, like discover and explore each and every part of the state. It is so beautiful. And today, because of the effort of the Department of Tourism, we have been able to brand Odisha as a place of ecotourism. It's already a brand. You know, like many legend-known places where we had no accommodation, nothing like that, you can go to those places and you can have, I mean, a very unique experience, and you can have a, I mean, experiential holidays. So I'm sure maybe all of you are also going on a fam tour. I do not know exactly which are the places being covered, but that would give you a lot of exposure, and you can tell your clients, you can tell your customers, and I'm sure, and I'm very hopeful about the coming days.
Wonderful. I think that's on a positive note, and I'm sure there are takeaways that our buyers here have taken from what you have said. Thank you so much.
I hope all the travel agent, you can promote Odisha, at least put it in the brochure. And I think when we had no option, that time probably, you know, I'm talking on the inbound tourism. For example, there must be many of you, those who are also concentrating on the inbound tourism. But if you are highlighting, just like my friend Amresh, he is highlighting about travel tourism. But I think travel tourism that time was something special, okay? But now we have so many other options also. You know, you can club it together. Ecotourism, this and that, and the rural tourism. So it can be a wonderful itinerary, and people would really love it.
Absolutely. That we all believe that you have to just visit Odisha once, and you will end up falling in love with Odisha. Well, talking about love, I'll go to the lovely lady sitting in the panel who makes us all proud, not just for being, like Vishal said, the only woman entrepreneur here on this panel, but even otherwise for what you guys have done with Belgaria Palace. So very quickly, you know, I would just like to say, because you brought in a very different, you know, concept of niche tourism product to Odisha, coupled with luxury, heritage, and then combining it with community participation. So how has this journey been for you, and how do you see Belgaria Palace actually influencing the concept of experiences that everyone's talking about, and the concept of niche tourism in Odisha?
Thank you, Diksha, and very happy birthday to you once again. So before I answer that question, I'm actually just going to tell you how I did my journey. 10 years ago, I was sitting in New York in a corporate office. I was part of a company, and I just decided to type in Mayurbhanj, and I was looking at the news articles which followed. So everything that it said about Mayurbhanj, which is also a district I come from, it said that it's an impoverished district. The economic indicators are very low. Tigers and poachers are on, like tigers' death and poachers are on the rise. So Simlipal is now going to be shut down till they are able to preserve and conserve that forest again. Farmers are dying because of suicides. Cyclones are coming in every year, and disaster management is not really on point. And I was sitting there and I was like, wow, like the community I come from, like this is all it has to say. And the next year I actually moved back from New York all the way to Mayurbhanj. And I just took a leap of faith, I took a risk, and all I can say is that today I'm sitting here and it was all worth taking. As a woman entrepreneur, with all the guidance and support I've got from each member here in itself, part of the panel, and it has been nothing short of what I would call positive. Today, if I type in Mayurbhanj and go into the news section, I'm going to ask you all to actually do that as homework and just see the positive indicators and positive records that you actually see today. I'm not saying the negatives aren't there, but the positives today definitely override the negatives. And that's exactly what you know, a small impact in change can actually do for an entire region. So when I started the Belgaria Palace only 4 years ago, I actually also started it not in a very good time, 6 months before the pandemic hit. And what it actually changed, the concept for me was that at that time when I started, I was like focusing a lot on foreign tourists to come in. Pandemic changed that narrative for me, and I actually started focusing my entire, like, you know, focus was on bringing in the domestic market. The domestic market helped me so much that Belgaria actually sustained really well for the next 2 years. I was able to expand rooms. I was able to bring in more kind of activities. And Bulgaria also stands on the foundation of something which we call experiential tourism. So I know we've talked a lot about the word experiential, and I'm just going to break it down to what that means for us. So when a guest comes into Bulgaria, what we focus on is for them to explore this region through art, culture, people, cuisine, and architecture. I belong to Mayurbhanj. I have 30 minutes from my house a tiger reserve, which is the home to the only melanistic tiger. Around me, at a distance of about 30 kilometers, we have about 45 different waterfalls. We also have a Jagannath temple, second one. We also have a Rath Yatra festival, which takes place in the month of July. Apart from that, we are also tribal dominated. You have, at a radius of 20 kilometers, you would have numerous tribal villages you could actually go to. So, I know we've spoken about Odisha, which encompasses, so many different states of India. You can find all of that in one, but I am giving you, in one district, this many things to do in one destination itself. So we've been trying to sell a destination, and last year we got actually nominated by Times Magazine as 100 places to visit in 2023. So that impoverished district 10 years ago has now found its place in international recognition. And this would go hand in hand with all the guidance that we got from the public, as well as from tourists, as well as from all the members of the panel who are actually sitting here. So I feel like it's been a great positive public-private partnership, which every step of the way is really important, and I think they go hand in hand. In terms of the community, I feel like I don't think Bulgaria could have existed without all the without the focus on the tribal communities that we actually support. So there is the Sabai Handicraft Village, there is the Dokra Village, there is Chau, which is a martial arts dance form. You're going to see that actually next. And these are all the different community initiatives that my family and me are part of. And I don't think tourism will exist without the community initiatives, because if we don't get to see these things, I feel like it kind of puts everything in a very, then what's the difference between any other city in the States, and then you have, this rich, diverse Mayurbhanj. So I feel like the community tourism, in time with experiential tourism, go hand in hand to project something which is unique, which is a great USP, and which no other state or district could probably compete with. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrinalika. And, kudos to you, because every time I see both you sisters, you speak so passionately about what you guys have done. And the passion actually reflects in the success story that Bulgaria is already scripting, and we wish you both all the best for that as well. So before we end this, because like I said, we have a cultural evening planned as well, I would like to the last question to Sachin sir. So you've heard all of them speaking, some great points being made, some suggestions that have come for you. So just how would you like to end it after you've heard from all of them?
Quickly, in a minute, I will wind up, because already we are running late by half an hour, almost half an hour. So this panel discussion has provided with very vital inputs for the government of Odisha. From department side, I must say, I'm thankful to each of them. I should not name. But the most important feedback that I have received is, yes, we have not reached there yet, but we are definitely going in the right direction, and we will reach there. And with this kind of feedback, especially the feedback given by Amresh ji, this has been extremely important feedback. It is coming from the third party, and what he has said is, yes, we should not be focusing merely upon leisure tourism. Business travel, MICE is the thing, and the low-hanging fruits he has mentioned, definitely they are taken note of. In tomorrow's roundtable discussion also, industry roundtable also, we will be taking note of these things. Important points made by Mr. Sobhagya Mahapatra, Mr. Vishal Kamath, J.K. Mohanty sir, Gowda ji, Gagan ji, and Mrinalika ji. All of your points are taken well note of. Our team has been documented all these inputs. Believe me, people have a general disbelief in the government structure and bureaucratic structure, but we are very sincere department. We take note of these things. We take notes, and we make it a point, and definitely these inputs are going to be the important part of the amendment that will be coming for Odisha tourism policy in the next version. This is one point. Second point, while we were discussing, Mr. J.K. Mohanty has requested me to appeal to all of you, all the tour operators, from your platforms, from your websites, from your booking engines, whatever way is possible, do promote Odisha. Be our partner, be our brand ambassador. Take Odisha to the world. Thank you very much. And thank you all the panelists for being present with us. Let us enjoy the food here over performances. We have
Yes.
performances of one classical dance, one martial dance, and one folk dance, a semi-classical dance. Odissi, Sambalpuri, and I believe
Chau.
Chau. So let us witness those things. Please do enjoy this performance. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So I would like to thank the entire panel. And when the department is driven by such positive mindset and when you have such stakeholders invested in Odisha tourism, we can definitely conclude there's no stopping Odisha tourism now. So please promote Odisha tourism. That is all we would like to say. Thank you so much. And would also like to invite Shri Saroj Pradhan, the Assistant Director of Tourism Department, yes, to also present Uttariya and a small token of appreciation from our side to all our panelists. Thank you so much. Can we have a big round of applause for everyone? Thank you. Yeah, we'll also have a group photograph. I'll also request Chairman OTDC Srilani Mahanti to join on stage so that we can all have a group photograph before the wonderful cultural evening. Now everybody is offering me these Uttariya as a birthday gift. Not fair. nahi. No, I'll take something else. Don't worry. Once again, thank you to the entire panel. Yes, and we'll quickly now set the stage for the cultural evening. Yeah, which of course will be followed with dinner, lovely food, lovely cuisine to experiment. So as we set the stage, ladies and gentlemen, for the cultural evening, I would also like to take this opportunity to let you all know about what is in store for you. So tonight we are going to witness a mesmerizing performance from, first I think Sachin sir has already mentioned Chau, Odissi, Sambalpuri. You're going to see amalgamation of everything today. And the performance from Odissi dancers Sapna Rani Sinha and the students from Nritya Niray. She started training in Odissi dance at a very young age under the guidance of Guru Sushri Anita Singh Deo. Later in 1995 began training under the able expertise of Guru Shri Durga Charan Ranbir. Coming from the town of Angul, she is considered one of the youngest and emerging names among senior exponents in the field. an ardent enthusiast of the conventional Deva Prasad Gharana of Odissi dance. She has paved way for many who have come from places where dreams are often personified. She's an impaneled artist of the reference panel for ICCR, Government of India, has received junior fellowship in the field of Odissi dance, music from Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Her rigorous training has earned her senior scholarship in the year 2000 for Odissi from the Department of Human Resources and Development, Art and Culture, New Delhi, Government of India. She's also a graded artist of Doordarshan Kendra Bhubaneswar, has received several awards and accolades, and along with her students has performed across the country in various festivals, has also performed in countries of South and Central America, Germany, Russia, Uzbekistan, UFA, Kazakhstan, Japan, under the sponsorship and guidance of ICCR and Guru Sri Durga Charan Ranveer. The institute that she came up with was in 2000, a reflection of her passion and dedication. Her students today have become certified artists of Doordarshan and have also received scholarship from CCRT New Delhi, both in junior and senior category. Like I said, tonight you're going to witness her performance along with her students. They would be starting with an Odissi dance ballet called Agni Stuti. The fire god Agni is invoked through the Agni Stuti taken from Agni Shiktam, which is a mythical theme-based creation of Srimati Swapna Rani Sinha. Agni, who is known as the chosen priest of God, the minister of sacrifice and lavishes of wealth, is being requested to purify the hearts within the human soul and bless us with sublimity. The script and music composition is by Pandit Professor Ramahari Das, rhythm by Guru Sri Dhaneswar Sai, Rag is Malika, Vivahari Kalyan, Guru Kya, and Tal is Malika. Dance choreography and direction, of course, by Srimati Sinha. The artists performing the Odissi dance ballet would be Swarnika Das, Jasmine Kaur, Deepa Behera, Priti Pragya Parinia, Mona Lisa Sahu, Sangeeta Pradhan, Sushri Sashmishta, Paulami Das, and Guru Shri Srimati Swapna Rani Sinha. After that, it will be followed by Sambalpuri, the famous folk dance of Western Odisha that produces a lasting effect in the minds of the audience. The singing and performance in Sambalpuri include the typical touch of tribal and rural culture. Dhol, Madhuri, and many other musical instruments make the performance magical and energetic. Here also, the dance choreography and direction is by Guru Srimati Swapna Rani Sinha. Artists performing would be Swarn Kidwas, Jasmine Kaur, Deepa Behera, Priti Pragya Parinia, Mona Lisa Sahu, Sangeeta Pradhan, and Sushri Sarmishta and Paulami Das. We'll also be witnessing the Chou dance of Mayur Bhanj, and the dancers will, as you know, it's known for its unique character of masculine vitality, and the Mayur Art Center is which would be performing on this. This from Bhubaneswar, the only institution of its kind in the state of Odisha, which is devoted to training, preservation, and documentation. Research of Mayurbhanj style of Chou dance. Established in 1980, it also maintains a full repertory group of Chou dance. And that's the group that would be performing on that. The synopsis, the performance would be Chakravyu. This dance would depict one memorable episode of the Mahabharata, a great epic based on the war between Kauravas and Pandavas. Chakravyu by name is a complicated war strategy in which army stands in circular formation, putting a challenge before the enemy to penetrate. Abhimanyu, the young warrior son of Arjun, took up the challenge with undaunted courage, fought bravely to make his entry without the knowledge of harmless exit. The result could be easily understood. It engaged 7 mighty, ruthless Kaurava warriors to surround this young and brave fighting boy. This victorious warrior, through dance with momentary joy, in no time blamed themselves for the inhuman act. Utter shame melted their rejoice into deep remorse, bending their heads down with repentance before the departed gallant youth Abhimanyu. So that's going to be the performance for the Chou dance. I request all of you to enjoy this wonderful, mesmerizing cultural evening now, as I invite all the artists on stage for a mesmerizing performance. Let's welcome them with a big, big round of applause. Thank you so much. Of course, please enjoy the food as well. Thank you. Yes, I will now. No, no, no. I will.
ta ka dei dei da tinda ta dei da tinda tintere kiti taka ta tintere kiti taka ta jonta kitta taka dei 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 ta da digna dei ta da digna dei ta da digna dei ta
नमस्ते ब्रह्म तेजाय वीतिहोत्र धनञ्जयः नमस्ते ब्रह्म तेजाय वीतिहोत्र धनञ्जयः वायु सखे नमस्तुभ्यं वायु रोहितास्व नमो रोहितास्व नमो नमः नमो नमः नमो नमः सर्वतः पाणिपादात सर्वतोक्षि शिरोमुखः सर्वतः पाणिपादात सर्वतोक्षि पर्वतः पाणिपादान्त सर्वतोक्षि शिरोमुख विश्वरूपो महानाग्नि विश्वरूपो महानाग्नि प्रणीतः सर्वकर्मसु प्रणीतः सर्वकर्मसु प्रणीतः सर्वकर्मसु यज्ञसिद्धये अग्निः तमः नाशने अग्निः पाणिग्रहणे अग्निः मोक्षाय अग्निः नमस्ते प्रयात्माय कालश्यामलवर्चसे विश्वस्यान्तकराग्नेय वह्निदेव नमोऽस्तु ते वह्निदेव नमोऽस्तु ते वह्निदेवो नमोऽस्तु ते
Tadhei dhei, tadhei dhei, tadhei dhei, tadhei dhei, jnanta kita taka dhei, tadhei dhei, tadhei dhei, tadhei dhei, tadhei dhei, jnanta kita taka dhei, tadhei dhei dhei dhei, tadhei dhei,
Before we go to the next performance, I'd request Chairman OTDC, Shri Ren Mahatiji, to please come on stage and felicitate the person behind the performances, Ms. Swapna Rani. I'd request her to come on stage, please. And I'd request Chairman OTDC to please felicitate her. Thank you so much, sir. We'll now continue with the performances. Please enjoy.
हसी पदे कहल कथा हे रंगवती रंगवती कनक लता हसी पदे कहल कथा सपन राजा सपन सपन राजा सपन रानी ताले सुता माले हेला गुंथा रंगवती रंगवती বনে মলি মোহ কোন বনে মলি মোহ কোন বনে মলি মোহ কোন আহা মোর ধন কেড়ে মিলন ছন ছন গেছি মন হায় আহা মোর ধন কেড়ে মিলন ছন ছন গেছি মন বিহি খান্ডি কড়া সাগর সারিসা বিহি খান্ডি কড়া সাগর সারিসা উবু টুবু মনে করে সুরতা রঙ্গবতী রঙ্গবতী
তুমি মোর হে ছক করি কোনা মনে দহনা সুনা মরনা মন ঝরনা গো তুমি মোর হে ছক করি কোনা মনে দহনা সুনা মরনা মন ঝরনা গো
মহ মহ কিয়া গিনা রে মহ মহ কিয়া গিনা মহ মহ কিয়া গিনা তুই মোর সোনা গিলিটি গিনা তোর বিনে মুহি বনা তুই মোর সোনা গিলিটি গিনা তোর বিনে মুহি বনা নুয়া গড়ি দে মা বারা কুড়ুসা নুয়া গড়ি দে মা বারা কুড়ুসা যুগে যুগে কথা রহি মাগিতা রঙ্গবতী রঙ্গবতী হে রঙ্গবতী রে রঙ্গবতী হে রঙ্গবতী রে রঙ্গবতী হে রঙ্গবতী রঙ্গবতী কনক লতা হসি পদে कहल কথা হে রঙ্গবতী রঙ্গবতী কনক লতা হসি পদে कहल কথা সপন রাজা সপন সপন রাজা সপন রানী তালে সুতা মালে হেলা গুন্থা রঙ্গবতী রঙ্গবতী হে রঙ্গবতী রে রঙ্গবতী হে রঙ্গবতী রে রঙ্গবতী হে রঙ্গবতী রে রঙ্গবতী রঙ্গবতী রে রঙ্গবতী
may I request all the artists and the leader to come on the stage. I will request Director Sir to please join them on the stage for a group photograph. Please. चलो वो चले गए